Good afternoon, Long Beach. Today's our briefing for June the 29th, 2020. We are, of course...
Mayor Garcia had a press conference today, and he briefed Long Beach on COVID-19. It was a disaster. I mean, it couldn't have been any worse. This guy must go. He's got to go.
That our black residents in our community are dying at a higher rate than their population as it relates to COVID-19. So the mortality...
Are you also aware that we're dying at a higher rate with regards to the police department? Because that's what Black Lives Matter has actually been advocating. That's what I've been talking about. But I get it. Low-hanging fruit. Go for the health first, right? Take your shot. Okay.
Within the city. That's something that we have called unacceptable and tragic. And it's something that has to change, and there has to be a re-emphasis on supporting this, our community and the special needs that we have.
Okay. See, that's what gets me. When you talk out of two sides of your mouth. On one hand, you say that you understand black equity, and that's why you come to this platform, to help us with black equity, right? Then you say that you're acknowledging that this is an issue. But let's listen closely to Mayor Garcia. He says that this is a re-emphasis, that he is re-emphasizing. Nah, man. Black health equity is not a re-emphasis of the city of Long Beach. It's not the case that the city of Long Beach at some point in its history was like really on top of black health, and then it got off track, and now he's about this re-emphasis. See, this sounds a lot like Make America Great Again. When you talk to black folks, Mayor Garcia, you need to understand that for us, there wasn't really a point in history where America was so great for us. I don't want to take you through the history, slavery, Jim Crow, Reconstruction. That's out of order in case you didn't know that. This is not a re-emphasis. We're asking you to start an emphasis. But again, you're Dr. Garcia. You know what you're talking about, right? I mean, right? Maybe the reason why black issues have been so neglected is because you already thought they've been dealt with, right? This is a re-emphasis. Nah, man. Let me tell you what the emphasis is. You about to lose your job. You're about to lose your job. That's the emphasis. We're recalling you. We're recalling you. It's not re-emphasis. It's recall. Okay? Not re-emphasis. Recall.
We also need to be very deliberate in the way that we support black members of our community, the way we support the communities and the organizations on the ground and the grassroots work that's happening.
Look, I hope that was a slip of the tongue, because what I heard was grass work. Is he sending black people to do grass work now? Like, are we really going back to like some plantation politics or something? Like, no, he didn't mean that. I'm sure he meant grassroots. I hope it wasn't a Freudian slip, because what I heard was grass work. See, you might think that I'm just teasing and just making fun of Mayor Garcia. No, we have to listen to his words, because we can start hearing some intent that matches his action. You heard the man. Re-emphasis. Now he's talking about grass work when he was supposed to say grassroot. Grass work. We ain't your slaves, man. The blacks in Long Beach are not your slaves. This is a grassroots movement, not a grass work movement. Get it right. Then come give the speech. Somebody please give this man a teleprompter. He is an embarrassment to this city. Really? Grass work. No, I'm running a grassroots movement, my man. I'm not doing grass work. This is embarrassing. Just completely embarrassing.
I want to announce today that I'm proposing a new initiative around Black health equity. This Black health equity initiative is a $1 million initiative to start.
Did y'all hear that? He said, this is the start. That's code. You know what it's code for? He's letting us know, look, I'm going to give you Negroes $1 million. I'm going to give you colored people $1 million. If you're good, if you stop recalling me, if you're good, then I might give you some more. This is just the start. This is a taste. Really? No, Mayor Garcia, you're the guy that can be bought. This movement cannot be purchased for $1 million. Dude, you've gotten way more money than that from the Long Beach Police Officers Association over the course of your entire career, even when you were a council person. My man, you really gonna try and bribe us with $1 million to start? Oh, I get it, because black people are dumb, right? Because we stupid. We're less intelligent. We'll take you throwing us a bone. Ha! No, sir. You can take that back where you got it from. Take it back where you got it from, bruh. Not working. Not here. It's a new age. And you still don't understand this moment. You still don't. It's a shame. It's embarrassing. Catastrophic, this briefing. Horrible. Man.
The support that we're receiving from the state and the governor around COVID-19 and health. As you're all aware, we worked very hard to get additional support from the state.
You hear that? Did you hear that? He said it's very hard to get additional funding from the state. And he keeps mentioning the governor. I need you guys to critically think about what he's really saying. Not what he's saying, but like what's underlying it. What he's actually communicating to us is, hey, I'm a part of the Democratic political machine. And Governor Newsom is trying to come to my aid and help me out because I'm failing. Right? So Governor Newsom is saying, hey, go tell the blacks in Long Beach that you can help them with a little bit of health equity. Right? Give them $1 million. Well, look, I got news for the Democratic machine. You need to stop supporting Garcia. Garcia is a liability. He's a problem. You need to stop. Look, just like Adam Schiff pulled his support, pulled his endorsement from Jackie Lacey, it's time everybody in Sacramento understand. Robert Garcia has lost his juice. He is now a liability. You need to pull your endorsements. It's the same thing for Alan Lowenthal. Alan Lowenthal is always endorsing Robert Garcia. Look, the times have changed. The tide has changed. It's time for you to rethink this. Because this dude is a sinking ship. He's an embarrassment. That's what's going on here. He's failed this city. Too many black folks have died. Too many unanswered questions about the Long Beach Police Department. That's what's going on. So we don't want to hear any crap about throwing some safety line out to Robert Garcia. It's time you stop towing the party line and start looking at individual communities and say, wait a minute. What's going on in Long Beach is not right. And we won't stand for it just because dude says he's a liberal or because he says he's a Democrat. He is corrupting our city. Take away your endorsements if you want us to take you seriously. Because I tell you right now, we don't take this guy seriously. At all. You want to come to someone's rescue? You don't come to Robert Garcia's rescue. No, you come to our rescue. And you don't come offering us $1 million for black health equity. That's not what we are demanding. You don't give us some low-hanging fruit and think we're just going to walk away timidly. No. No. You need a new rule book. Because this one's no good. It's outdated. It's outdated. And that's why we are recalling Mayor Garcia. So get on the bandwagon or get left behind.
As you're all aware, we worked very hard to get additional support from the state to put in place strategies to increase safety and protect people here at home.
No. You haven't worked hard at increasing safety for the people at home. Black folks are being killed, pulled over, and brutalized by police officers who commit misconduct. The same police officers that you are taking money from from their Police Officers Association. So you're not concerned about our safety. You're concerned about your political safety because we showed up at your house en masse. En masse. So don't give us this baloney about being concerned about the people of Long Beach's safety. It's about the safety of your political career. You should at least have the decency to say that. At least then maybe we'd have some ounce, morsel of respect for you. But when you get up publicly and try and make it seem like you're concerned about our safety, and you didn't just run out here and give this horrible briefing where you're stumbling over words because you are politically scared, that's why you're up here. Get up there and say that. Hey, you guys, I'm really scared. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not really good at this, but will you take $1 million? Because that's what you're really saying. That's what you're really saying.
I also just want to note that last week I had a meeting with Black Lives Matter Long Beach.
Okay. Mayor Garcia is telling us that he met with Black Lives Matter last week. First of all, let's not forget that for about a week, you hid out in your bunker. And on May 31st, you allowed the city to burn. We won't forget that. Now, you say you met with Black Lives Matter. Mayor Garcia, your attempt at this briefing is an attempt to distract the people of Long Beach from police brutality and the way black people are treated by this city as a result of your corruption. Everyone knows that along with Black Lives Matter, there has been a core group and a growing applause all around Long Beach to recall you. So don't try and divide and conquer. Yes, that's an old slave master trick, to divide the black folks. The issue is I'm calling for your recall. You don't meet with me. Black Lives Matter, you say you meet with. Do you think that you can pin us against one another? Maybe you haven't been paying attention to the stance of Black Lives Matter. They're not having that sort of politics in New York, in Seattle, anywhere, in DC, and it certainly isn't happening in Long Beach. What are you trying to do? Well, I met with Black Lives Matter, so this whole recall mess doesn't matter because I've been talking to the black folks of Black Lives Matter. Really? Is that what you think is going on? Nah, man. You're not going to be able to divide and conquer this. You're not going to be able to pit two groups against one another for your own opportunity. For your own opportunity. It's not happening. Do you hear this, dude? I had a meeting with Black Lives Matter. Look, this is typical divide and conquer tactics. This is straight out of the slave plantation textbook, right? This is what Mayor Garcia is saying. He knows that I, a black person, am calling for his recall. So he gets together with his political strategists and they come up with an idea. Hey, why don't you have a meeting with Black Lives Matter? And then go out on your briefing and say, I had a meeting with Black Lives Matter, and come out with a brand new initiative, right? Then that little black guy who's saying you should be recalled, well, he'll be pushed to the outside, pushed to the fringes, and he won't matter anymore. That's called divide and conquering Negroes. You did it during Jim Crow. You tried to do it to Dr. King. You did it during slavery. And you're trying to do it now. This is why I have insisted that you are part of the moral crisis in Long Beach. This is why I have insisted on people really seeing you for what you are, that you are part of the systematic racism in this city, that you are captaining that racist industry that exists in the city of Long Beach. That's what you are doing. So when you come to your press conference and your briefing under the mask of helping with black health equity, but try and divide black people, you undermine that whole initiative. It is now dead in the water. You need to pay your political consultants a few more $1 million, and they need to figure out a better plan and write a better speech and get you a teleprompter so you can actually speak intelligently to the people of Long Beach. And maybe you can bamboozle some more black people. But today, today you failed, man. Today you failed.
And so the Black Health Equity Initiative will be a $1 million proposal to the City Council, and the staff will be bringing that forward, that will look at how we specifically target and support.
Did you hear that? The $1 million will be to look at how he should specifically target and support. Look, don't be fooled by this $1 million figure. The mayor does this all the time. Before he gentrifies someplace downtown, you know what he does first? He spends a whole lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, having somebody put together a report to figure out how to target and support whatever initiative he's putting forward. That's what this is. This $1 million will be spent so quickly when he gives it to his friends and consultants. And we'll never know who he gave it to. You know why? Because he's going to put it in the health department, which is a black hole. I'll tell you why it is. There's no accountability there. They don't have to show us exactly how they spent the money. Of course they don't. They can just say, oh, we spent it on A, B, and C. We'll never know where exactly it was spent. So again, he's created another slush fund with some nonprofits that he probably has in his pocket already. Mayor Garcia, we see through your tricks. We know what you're doing, man. Come on. This is baloney. And this is the thing. The mayor's always creating slush funds so he doesn't have to be held accountable. I hope that Black Lives Matter or even allies of Black Lives Matter are going to call the mayor out on this. We will not allow you to use us as political cover so you can then spend the money on your friends to help you keep from getting recalled. No. If you're going to spend $1 million on black folks, then spend $1 million on black folks. And stop trying to steal money with your words and with your policies, because that's what you're really doing. You know that people don't understand how the city government really works and all, how the money is traded and through hands. You know that. So you're playing a game. Dude. Game is over. You're revealed. You are dirty. You're dirty. You can't be trusted. We don't trust you. You've lost the public trust.
Community and the country. One of the issues that they identified was exactly this issue, which is why we're bringing it forward, which is have a focus on black health equity. That initiative we're also going to put money aside so that we can give the health department the capacity to create a training program and a program so they can train and support black leaders and organizations.
This is the part that's really offensive. This is really offensive. You're telling me that you're going to have the health department train black leaders. Huh? The health department is inequitable. So what gives them the moral authority to train black leaders on equity? So the health department is going to train black leaders. And we've already determined, you said it, that the institutions of health are inequitable in our city. So how in the heck is the health department going to train black leaders? You know, dude, how do we get this through your thick skull? You don't train us. We're not going to do grass work. You need to train your police department not to be racist. They need to be trained. You have to train your health department not to be racist. They need to be trained. You need to send Tom Moitica, who was trained by Pat West to be racist inside of this racist institution called City Hall. You need to train him. It makes no sense for a health department that operates under inequity to come and train black leaders. You mean condition black leaders to think like you? Do you mean pay them off? What do you mean train? That's like having the Long Beach Police Department train black leaders. And who's going to do that? The retired cops from the Long Beach Police Department? The same ones that are threatening the life of Sean King? Who in Long Beach, in this city, in any department, is capable of training Long Beach black leaders on equity? That's laughable, man. That's laughable. You think that you must think that we're dumb. You must think we're dumb. If you don't think that we're dumb, I'm just trying to figure out what you possibly could be thinking. I think you're desperate. I think you know that your time just might be up and that this moment isn't going to be short-lived. And so you're reaching and you're grabbing. But all we've been asking you for was justice. And all you had to do was come down from your nice penthouse, or maybe if you were hanging out at the Aqua, just come down and stop being so damn arrogant. Stop being so corrupt. That's all you had to do. Give back the money you've been getting from the police and pledge that you won't take anymore. That's the briefing you were supposed to have. That was your moment. But you're not doing that. You know why you're not doing that? Because in the face of a moral crisis, you lacked moral leadership. So you come with division of black people, telling us that we need to go work on the grass, and then telling us that a health department that has captained inequity is going to train black leaders. It's shameful. And that's why we're recalling you. You gotta go. You gotta go. Bye, Felicia. I'm done.